Hey Virgo, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. Take what works, leave what doesn't. If I don't catch a wavelength on this one, check your other major placements. And I'm starting off with the Oracle deck for my Oracle decks combined for an intuitive vibe of where we might be going here. Oh my gosh, we're almost talking. There we go. And then we're going to move on to a more traditional tarot spread. And I am in part of the US that is experiencing a historic heat wave. And so I'm in my living room, which is one of the two rooms I can actually keep sort of cool, although I feel like I'm definitely losing the battle. And I'm mic'd up so that we can minimize the fan noise here. So let's see, you've got a mix of stuff. I like this. I like this. Okay, your commitment is being tested first quarter moon. So there's still ways to go with something. Maybe not a ways. I don't know how long there is to go. But we've got clouds coming in here. We've got some clouds clouding your vision. You may lose sight of your goal, lose sight of where you're trying to get to, what you're thinking, what you want. You may lose sight of that. So in the meantime, we're going to practice some sort of object impermanence, but with goal impermanence, right? This is like the peekaboo. So it's going to go away for a minute, and then you have to still believe in it, even if you don't see it happening or see any evidence of it. And then it'll come back. It'll come back, and it'll be even fuller when it comes back, okay? So stay strong, stay focused. It might be a little bit of a storm, a little bit of some rocky, I want to say terrain coming up here. So, but remain committed to something that's close to your heart. And personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So something maybe you've been protective of, something that you maybe have kept hidden is going to be resolved and going to come to full fruition. But it looks like that might be a little bit rocky on the way there, but it's going to get resolved. And there's a small amount, some amount of passivity to it. It's like the issue reaches resolution. You may have to do stuff and work and certainly maintain your faith and your commitment to the outcome that you want or to what you want to have happen. But there's some sort of, to me, this is a very natural process and a natural unfolding that happens with this card. So the personal issue is going to come to some sort of resolution here. And then we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So there's something here, maybe this personal issue reaching resolution, maybe something else where you've been working on something for a very long time. It's part of your soul's sort of, I want to say, commitment to coming here, to being incarnated into a body. It's sort of what you came, one of the things you came here to do. You may have practiced and rehearsed, you may have worked on it quite a bit on this thing. So you're engaging with that thing again, with that issue or that project or something like that, right? I love it with this commitment being tested, and you've been training for this for lifetimes. So both of those, I see sort of an athlete training and getting tired, but still continuing to show up and continuing to work on what it is they want to accomplish. And then we have confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. So with the new moons, I see that we don't necessarily see where this is all going, although something is revealed and something is resolved. But we must approach it with confidence that we can, right? Here again, we have another way of looking at this card. Your commitment's being tested. Confidence is your key to success. So being confident that you can accomplish this, being confident that this goal or this thing that you've been training for is coming, it's going to come to some sort of resolution. You're prepared, you're ready for it, you've been training for it, and continue to act in confidence towards this thing. Confidence is the key to your success. So even though you don't necessarily know exactly how this is going to be resolved, you are to remain committed, to remain confident in this goal, and to realize that you have been training. So when you've been training for something for a long time, you don't just quit the first little cloud that gets in your way and gets in your vision. That's not going to happen. You're not quitting as soon as you see the first obstacle. You're going to continue on there. And confidence being key to your success, confidence really helps with the stick-to-itiveness needed to accomplish anything and needed to maintain your commitment to anything. Being confident that you can do that, right? When we're confident that we just put that pen in that drawer, we look through that drawer totally differently than when we're like, oh, maybe it was this one, maybe it was another one, maybe I didn't even put it in a drawer. Then when we're not confident that we're going to get what we want and that we know what we know about ourselves and about what we're doing, then we tend to kind of, no. But when we are confident, we're like, no, I know this pen is in here and I'm going to completely take apart this entire drawer because I know for a fact that I put it in there and it's 5 minutes later and I don't know why it's not on top here. So that's a little bit of what I'm getting from that. Yeah, those 4 cards have a lot of cohesion. There's like a goal you've been working towards a long time. There's some sort of wavering as you move towards it. But to remain confident and continue, showing up for practice, showing up for yourself and for this goal. All right, Virgo, past, present, inner landscape. What's at issue? Environment, to-do list, possible outcome. It's funny. Cancer just got 9 of Swords, but my cat stole the deck and he has like possessing the Muse deck right now. You will not have anyone touching it. So I had to switch decks. But anyway, so the visuals are very different, but some of the cards are the same. All right, in your recent past, you have Hanged Man. So to me, this is about a situation that isn't resolved, but went on a bit of a timeout. So there's some issue here that you've dealt with in the past. This could be a bit of commitment being tested, right? Because there's a big pause, a big break. This is Ross and, gosh, what was her name? Anyway, they're on a break. So this is a timeout, stuck in a situation, a situation wasn't moving for a while. Situation from your past, you've dealt with this. This is also, use the time to think, to figure things out. If something's not moving, think about how you got there. It's like being stuck in traffic and maybe thinking about like other routes you could take, maybe different times you could leave your house, or how did you get in this situation. We don't want to overthink it, but it is an opportunity to think about something and then move on, because sometimes just because we figure out a situation doesn't mean that situation automatically moves forward just because we figured it out. It will move forward eventually, though, is what the Hanged Man always says to me, is there will be movement, but in the past it's been, a situation's been sort of on pause. In your current situation, we've got 3 of Coins. We've got a team working together, everybody bringing their expertise, bringing their unique skills and perspectives to a situation. It's teamwork. So this could have to do with work. We do have Coins, which has to do with more tangible things, time, money, physical reality. So dealing with a team, possibly at work. There's teamwork here. There's a bunch of people playing different parts, different roles, building something together. In your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, man, this card is always in my fears. 5 of Swords, a tough situation. Somebody's going to win here, somebody's going to lose, someone's just going to walk away. Someone's mourning, someone's moving on, and someone gets everything. They're not particularly happy about it. This is a card of a no-win situation. This is a card of, there's no position here that anybody truly wants to be. Nobody wants to be in any of these positions. No one wants to be, maybe you want to be the winner, but you lost all your friends. You played bad with them and they're all going home. One of them's going home in tears. No, one of them's just sitting down crying. One of them's going home and they're not going to play with you anymore. So there could be a fear of conflict, a fear of, there's like a team working together, but there's somehow also this conflict here. There's like people competing against each other, and you're worried about this. I don't think you'd be hoping for this because it puts everybody in a difficult position. So you're worried about people being in difficult positions, about winners and losers. This is choices, really tough choices. Are you going to choose yourself? Are you going to choose other people? Are you going to sacrifice yourself? Are you going to sacrifice? Something has to be sacrificed here. So you're worried about possibly what has to be sacrificed for this. And is it going to be you? And or is it going to be somebody else? And they're not going to like it. They're going to go home. They're going to take their toys and go home. Well, they're not taking their toys because you stole the toys. So they're just going to leave because they don't like this situation, and they're not having a good time here anymore, and they don't want to play with you anymore. So so you're worried about some kind of conflict where everybody loses, everybody's unhappy, even the winner's unhappy. Like, it's almost like you don't even want to win this competition because everyone's going to hate you if you do. So this is what you're worried about. You're worried about difficult choices, difficult decisions, and being stuck between a rock and a hard place, and just not, having wished that this had never happened, and that nobody getting what they need here. Yeah, winners and losers, and the winners are losers too, because they don't have any friends anymore. So, yeah, worried about pretty tough conflict, actually. About everybody being unhappy, including you. But what's at issue here is the reverse Nine of Swords. This is, so in the upright, this card is about, we call this the nightmare card, the reverse nightmares. So the nightmares are sort of ending. Your worries, your concerns, your fears, they haven't come to fruition, and you may be starting to question why you had them. Why were you so worried about this? What exactly are you worried about? Where are these fears coming from? It's almost like the dawn is occurring here, and daylight is happening and shining into your bedroom, and you're like, wait, what have I been worried about this whole time exactly? I mean, like, but here I see you very worried, and here I see you coming out of some sort of nightmare, some sort of difficult situation where maybe even what there is to worry about is sort of disappearing. And some sort of anxiety. There could be healing from a dark night of the soul type situation, coming out of that, coming out of these fears and worries, and sort of waking up. Like if you have some nightmares or you're up all night worrying, and then suddenly your alarm goes off and you're like, that was like the dumbest night I've ever had. Why am I worried? Why am I so worried about this? So there's something happening here, something going on where fears are being released and let go of, and you can see them for what they are, and you can see the situation for what it is, which is you're actually safe in your bed. Yeah, you've got a lot of fears here, but you're actually safe. You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. It's reminding me a bit of this issues reaching resolution. And this Nine of Swords always reminds me, this one especially, of just repetitive fears. Just the same old fears you've been dealing with since day one. And you're starting to be like, what am I so worried about here? I don't even know why I'm worried about this. Oh my goodness, Leo got the same card in the same position. Ace, so that's Cancer and Leo. You've got some similarities with those. Ace of Coins here, a new opportunity being presented to you. Maybe a new job position, maybe a new, if you have a new job position, this is definitely gonna, like, what do? Do you leave the job and piss a bunch of people off, and now your friends aren't gonna like you, or they're not gonna give you a good reference, or what? But there's a new opportunity here in the real world, either to make money, something to spend your time on, right? We have this opening here. This always reminds me of like Jesus' tomb opening up, but it's like money that's kept it closed. And there's just this opening, and that rolls away, and there's a new life. There's a new, like physically, there's like a prospect here. There's a new job, a new prospect. There's something new coming in. A new house, something in reality coming in here. It comes in underneath this Hanged Man, so it almost looks like you've been like waiting for this opportunity for a long time, and you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and then now here it comes, and it might piss some people off, and maybe you're just deciding to not be worried about that anymore. Or maybe something you've been really worried about and really concerned about. Here comes an opportunity in reality that's going to solve these problems. Your to-do list. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. your to-do list, under this 3 of coins, we have 3 of cups. So this is work-related friendships or work relationships. And this is, making friends, sharing hopes and fears. This one, you're all alone, dealing with your fears all alone at night. And this, you're starting to talk about it. You're sharing it. You're hanging out with friends. There's music here. There's a deep moving experience where we're sharing our hopes and fears with our friends. And we're hanging out. That's really funny because I believe Cancer got the same thing, like having a party, hanging out, having a party. Maybe you're partying with a Cancer here. We do have full moon in Cancer over there. So, oh man, Cancer and Leo both showed up in these ones too. And they're showing up in these repeated cards that I got in the same exact positions, which is really funny to me. So hanging out, maybe with a Cancer and a Leo, but there's a group of you hanging out, having fun. One of you might be a little distracted by the cute musicians, but everybody's having a good time. That's how I usually read it, this card. I know other readers have other things, but we got to have some party cards in this deck, right? It's not all just like people are cheating, people are awful, right? We got to have some fun, and there's got to be some lightness. To me, this is a card that's light, but I'm feeling defensive about it. So maybe there is a little something here because we've got one person that's got a wandering eye, but I don't think that's your to-do list. Maybe look but don't touch. Maybe that's what we're talking about. You can check out the band members, but don't go messing up your life and your team by stepping out. So anyway, we've got this enjoying a party with some other people, and hopes and fears and deep emotional sharing and connection. Possible outcome here: justice. Some sort of truth coming out. This could be the personal issue reaching resolution. Some sort of legal battle. It comes under the 5 of Swords. Something fair. Something gets balanced out, though. Like, here's your fear. Your fear is that you're going to piss a bunch of people off. But here I feel like this Justice card is like, it's going to be okay. Like it's going to feel fair. People are going to be okay with it. There's going to be some balance here. Maybe some karmic justice restored. There's a restoration aspect. This isn't the injustice card. This is a justice card. Things are going to be resolved fairly. Right? We've got a personal issue reaching resolution. We've got your commitment being tested and confidence being key to your success. Something here is going to be resolved fairly. And there's some sort of justice coming in. So, and there's also, justice card always reminds me of integrity, right? Like how we do something, how we make decisions, how we move in the world, it all comes back somehow or another. It's not just the yes or no, it's how we got to the yes or no. Did we lie? Did we cheat? And this is a card that denotes fear of that, like fear of tough, difficult situations, lying and cheating and all of that. So justice comes in. So if this is a card about third-party cheating situation, justice is going to come in. So I'd make sure we're keeping it on the friend level here. But there's some fairness. The truth will come out. Things will be fair. You may end up engaged in the legal system, but this is all, because this is a possible outcome for the situation. This is all like, how are you handling yourself through this? Are there lies? Are there have you tried to cheat people? And someone who has is going to get that coming back to them. Someone who hasn't, then they will be treated fairly and with respect. So that's about integrity and how you get where you get to. So justice card, some sort of fairness, some sort of justice being restored to a situation. So just hanging out with your friends, because if you've got this issue, is going to take care of, I want to say it's going to take care of itself. Have confidence. I feel like this is like, go hang out with some people. You got a new opportunity, maybe share about it, maybe, hang out with some friends, share about it, have a celebration about this new opportunity, and things are going to turn out fairly. So just watch your behavior and make sure you're on the up and up here. But things are going to, whatever fears you have, this should allay them. So I feel like also work will be rewarded, commitment will be rewarded, and be confident in that. So in the meantime, hang out, have fun. So, all right, Virgo, I hope that was helpful for you, and I'll see you in a couple weeks.